So one of the big issues is that some people, if you just do formed, you learn to take full steps everywhere. You do 90 degrees this way and 90 degrees that way, and a full step this way and a full step that way. But we know if we want to punch hard, we want to have our arm at an optimal angle. We want to like punch from a certain distance. Oh, we don't want to be too close. Clearly don't want to be too far. We need to be at the right distance. So for argument's sake, let's say this is my move. Let's say my move is 1, 2. I'm too close with this punch to make it work. Now, I might have got lucky, or I might have been really good and hit him, and he's moved back exactly half a step, so I can step into the next one. And that's great, perfect. But if my feet can't adjust for the distance, then I can't make sure my strike is always optimal. And that's when people start bombing things, and you see really scrappy fights where people get too close and stuff. So what we need to be able to do with our feet is we need to be able to take steps and vary the distance we take with a full step by swapping our feet. So instead of just a full step of 1 foot, we need to be able to drop this back a little bit and step with this one. So I still get the property of a step, but I vary the distance. So for argument's sake, on this particular one, I'll go 1, 2. Now my shot is correct distance-wise, but if I'd taken a full step, it would have been too close. Okay? So we need to be able to vary our step, which is why we do lots of drills, live drills to vary our step. And we want to be able to do this kind of full-on body type stuff. We need to be able to step and land our body and our base anywhere we need to deliver the shot. So we're like a good tennis player. The shot's always the same, the footwork is the variable that puts us in a spot so the shot is always the same, yeah? So I want my body to pivot on top of this. If it can't pivot, there's energy on my body going the opposite way. So I use it to do that. Obviously take that shot or step out here, right? So what we want to do is we want to use any energy that we can manufacture up there, especially when someone empties their arms to their body, to help us move, okay? So if we're like this and I shoot out to the side, I get it off out here, because now all of a sudden, you can't block that out, and then we're into the next shot, the next shot on with it, okay? So we've had some, now we're going to kind of liven it up in the morning, okay? So we're in the right lead, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to fire something stiff there, and we're going to move to the outside. But what I want to see, instead of just this, I want the next shot as well, so I need the next step. So what it's going to require is from here to step, this foot needs to be anchored so that it's going to go on this one, okay? Not doing much and you're coming in, that's going to go anyway, right? Yeah. So your lump needs to shut him down. It's only going to shut him down for a second, right? So what you want to do, number one, is you want to take his balance and you want to hit him. Number one, ahead of everything else, right? So number one, get your lump effective. Bang. Okay? Now, second shot comes. Let's say we step and the second shot comes. If I extend this hand, number one, he's falling, right? But this hand's out here, right? I want to have a good step and a good head movement as well, because what I'm noticing on yours is you're doing this, you're going like that, and your head's not really moving. What I would be doing is I would be doing this. See how I've actually stepped around? No. I'll take the shot underneath or whatever, right? And then you turn back on the next one, whatever the next one might be, right? Next hand comes, bang, into here, whatever might happen next, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but make sure that when you go through this gate, this step has to be abrupt, this way, and your head has to move, and this tug helps you step. So if you pretend, when I was practicing with the blind guys out, I was giving them drills, I had them with a medicine ball, right? And what I was doing, getting their arms extended and then going and using the mass of the medicine ball to help you step. So once you take the first movement, bang, see how far away I am from that one? Mm. And my head's gone slightly down, so even if it was a hook, it's still gone. Into the next one, whatever that might be. Bang. And down he goes, right? So the main thing is make sure you got a bit of head movement as well, yeah? Alright, cool. There's a mandate to not get hit in the head. So what I mean by that is if we're just fluffing around, he might do whatever he wants, but if I drive at him, I'm going to get a bit of a reaction backwards because he doesn't want to get hit in the head, right? The advantage to a stiff opponent is he's slow for a second, so we can navigate around things and hit things all over the place. But number two, it's got some mass on it. Now that can help me move. Now, I'm a reasonably big guy, right? I'm 104 odd kilos or something like that. You guys are a bit smaller, but I need all the help I can get to move if I'm going to move fast. And what I do, bang, step, and shoot as well. Because the stiffness not only gives me something to fire here, but I've now got energy going this way. Don't waste it. Follow the arm, you find the head, right? Okay. So we're using the mass of someone's body. We're creating as much mass as we can to help our own stepping. Now Sun Tzu said it years ago, you use his resources to help you move. It's the same thing here. I don't want to do all the work myself. I want him to do my work for me. That makes life a lot easier. It's tactically clever, right? So whenever we're doing any movement, try and use, my step can be much faster. Now, in this situation here, let's say I want to step this way. If Adam wasn't there and I just tried to do this move, it's slow and clunky. But if I've got hold of something, I can move much faster. These hands give me something to hook onto. I can step a little bit quicker. I can step a little bit quicker. So all of this stuff helps me move. Good. From here, tug, in again. Out here, tug, in. Good. In. I can always use these hands. This one again, this way. It helps me step to the outside so I can take a shot on that angle, okay? So use your opponent's mass to help you step and move around into your tactical advantage, yeah? 1, 2.